Adam Capstone, Professor of Geometric Topology.
The bomb was made out of fulminated mercury.
Cheated on you.
Paula Gitto. She was one of his students. She committed suicide.
I wish only bad things for Adam Capstone.
He made me promise not to tell anyone who the father was. Then Elizabeth found out about the payments.
So Elizabeth knew. She wouldn't have any problem getting hold of mercury.
And she'd know what to do with it.
They were just letters, nothing else. I wanted to make him hurt a little.
Mr. Adam Marco here is one of our brightest stars, all the way from New York.
There wouldn't have been a breakthrough if it hadn't been for me.
If their research can make a difference when I'm gone.
A legacy.
I'd do anything for Donald.
Always remember 060302. Put it down. Very slowly.
Your daughter needs you.
You okay?
Getting there.
At least he's alive.
How are you doing?
Superficial bruising.
Yeah, me too.
How's your hearing? Mine's rubbish. Like being underwater.
What?
I said, how... Very funny.
Poor Laura.
She's not picking up. I left her a message. Oh, God.
What were you thinking?
Well, we didn't exactly have a plan, sir.
You should have retreated to a safe distance and let the bomb squad take over.
Well, to hell with David Capstone.
I don't like my men being blown up.
I'm not a huge fan of it myself.
It's because he cares. So what they say about Capstone?
He'll live.
He's lucky.
I think you all were.
Well, I think I'll leave you guys to get on with it.
What was that for?
You're putting yourself in harm's way. And that one's for the message you left.
What was wrong with it?
I'm okay. It was only a small bomb.
Well, it was only a small bomb.
Oh, idiot.
Hey. Listen. I'm not going to go to New Zealand.
We're all set.
Yeah, I probably should have said something sooner, but...
I know it's a long way and it's my family, not yours.
That's not it.
The place would be full of baby
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm scared, Laura. If I go now, I'm not sure there'll be anything for me when I come back.
Of course there will. Moody's not going to sack you when you're out of the country.
Oh, that's exactly what he might do. Anyway, he doesn't have to sack me. I'm a consultant. All he has to do is not renew my contract. Which would be very easy if I've been away for a while and people have forgotten I exist.
What am I meant to do? Go on my own? We planned this together, Robbie. This is the trip of a lifetime.
And it will be.
This is ridiculous. You're being ridiculous.
What if I'm not?
No one's going to forget you, Robbie.
Yeah, I've seen it happen.
Would it be the end of the world if it did?
This is what I know. This is who I am. I've tried being away and I'm rubbish at it. This is what I do, and it's what I want to do. Till the day they carry me out of here.
Like wars?
Well, there are worse ways. I'm sorry, love.
I know you are.
Sorry to disturb.
Go. Be brilliant.
Sorry, Lizzie, what were you saying?
Good news. We got lucky. Part of the package that the bomb came in survived the blast. We know where it was posted. 11:43 yesterday morning.
Is this the best we can do?
Afraid so.
Well, we've got a time and a place at least. Let's see where everybody was.
Yeah, starting with Frank Gitter, our letter writer.
How could I send it? I was at work.
Not at 11:43, you weren't. According to your boss, you were out alone all morning.
I had to pick up office furniture out near Marston. You can check.
We did. They confirmed you left at 10:15 and you weren't seen back at the depot until after midday.
Which gives you plenty of time to have posted that parcel.
Did David Capstan know Paula well?
I don't know. I mean, she probably attended his lectures, but she didn't go to any of his tutorial groups or anything.
And when she accused Adam of rape?
He stuck by his brother, of course. Like everybody else, just when Paula needed some friends.
And you resented him for that, did you?
So I wanted to blow him up, is that right?
Did you?
Of course not. When can I go home?
Kate? Got a few questions for you.
Well, can't it wait?
No, not really. Inside?
Okay.
How can I help you?
I wondered if you would mind telling me where you were yesterday morning.
What, you asked me for an alibi or something? Okay. I was in a lecture until 10:30. And then I worked on a problem with a 3D printer.
It's Dad and Marco. I've left you a message.
Yes, I was busy, sorry. I was just leaving in.
I saw you earlier, didn't I? Outside David Capstone's house.
Yes, I was running. My route took me past his house. I was interested.
Where were you yesterday?
Why are you asking him that?
Lectures.
All morning?
Professor Mobro likes to take his time.
And did anybody see you?
I don't know, you have to ask.
Yeah, I will. Thank you. And if I've got any more questions, then I know where to find you now, don't I?
Why try to kill both brothers?
Well, the first bomb was pretty clumsy. There was no guarantee that you'd get at it, and you could have just as easily blown up his secretary.
Oh, no danger of that with this morning's effort. I just phoned Elizabeth Capson. She said Adam often didn't even go into work till gone 11. Left all the admin to David.
Well, so you're saying that Adam was a mistake and that David was the intended target? Well, 2 bombs in 3 days. Someone wants whoever dead in a hurry. What?
Come on. David Capson's just about to cash in on years of research. Apart from his brother, who else would hate to see that happen?
The person who saw it as their legacy.
He's having a bad day.
Oh, you're wasting your time and mine.
We think Adam was killed by accident, that David was the bomber's intended target.
What's that got to do with me?
Well, you'd invested all that money for the greater good, and there's David selling to the highest bidder.
Just when you thought you were going to leave something worthwhile behind.
Did you try and stop him?
Oh, sure. I threw together a parcel bomb because dexterity is one of my strongest points. I wrapped it up, put on a stamp, went into town and posted it.
You could have had help. Where were you yesterday morning?
Don't leave her out of it.
It's okay.
I was out yesterday morning running errands.
What sort of errand?
No, that's enough now. I want you to go now.
In a moment, Miss Alderwood.
To the bank and then the shops.
When you leave! Out!
What was it you said? You'd do anything for him? Can you think of anybody that would want to hurt you, Mr. Capstan?
I'm assuming it was whoever sent those threatening letters.
Well, we believe those were directed at your brother.
Then no. Sorry.
What about Kate McMurdoch?
Well, it's possible, I suppose. I mean, I was the one who brought her in. I was her mentor. I was the one who had to explain to her the, realities. Plus, she had a sense of entitlement a mile wide. Sorry, it's been a long day.
Can we give you a lift home? Or is there somewhere else you'd rather go?
No. I just want to go home. I would invite you in.
We need to be getting back.
Well, there is just one other thing. You said you didn't know Paula Gitto, and yet you marked some of her papers.
I marked one of her papers when Adam was away, but I didn't know her. That was at a Christmas party. I think the whole faculty were there. I don't remember that, but then I was probably in about 100 selfies that evening, sorry.
Do the numbers 060302 mean anything to you?
Are they important?
Found that Paula Gitto's home.
Combination? Something?
Well, if you think of anything.
Yeah, of course. Inspector?
You wait here.
He promised me money, and then he went back on his word. I knew where he kept it, and I thought the house would be empty after what happened.
Why did you need money?
I have debts.
What sort of debt?
Gambling. I developed a taste. It's so easy, you have no idea.
And David Capstan said he'd pay them off.
That's right. We're a team, although the other players think that we're strangers. We play the casinos. London, Birmingham, Manchester once. And most of the time we win.
I thought the casinos did most of the winning.
Not if you cheat.
That's the lot. You okay?
I'm fine. There is one thing. A draw.
Donald.
For everything you've done.
Don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. Just think about it. A little security. For Grace, obviously. I couldn't care less about you.
David would watch the cards being dealt, memorizing who got what, calculating the odds of getting a particular card next, and then he'd tell me.
How?
Code. He seems to be talking gibberish. His wife, how he's going to buy a car. From what he can see, David calculates the optimal play for any situation. And then he adjusts it so as not to look suspicious. He's got over 1,000 plays in his head. He runs the game, and no one realizes.
And afterwards, you divide the winnings?
70-30.
Except you wanted more.
Well, why not? He made enough out of me.
Well, being refused, desperate, I can understand you'd resent him.
And you know how to fulminate Mercury.
Except I didn't. That wasn't me.
Where were you around 11:40 yesterday morning?
I was lecturing, second years, about 40 of them. The lecture ended at midday.
And what about the day before Adam Capstan was killed? Where were you then?
I was lecturing in the morning, had a tutorial group in the afternoon, and then I was playing blackjack in the evening.
Alone?
With David.
I didn't tell you because at the time it didn't seem important. I assumed the bomb was for Adam. What did it matter what my plans were?
Might matter a great deal.
Andrew Dimmock told us about the blackjack.
How well do you know him?
I don't. Not really. I met him at a college dinner. I thought he might be useful when I was looking for a partner. Doesn't look like a pro, do you see?
He blames you for his gambling debts.
I led him to water, but I didn't make him drink. It's never the fault of the addict, is it? What's going to happen to him?
Do you want to press charges?
No, he's got enough problems as it is. Don't want to add to that. Excuse me.
Mrs. Capstan.
Elizabeth was just checking up on me.
I was worried.
They might borrow me in rings. Had them printed on the 3D printer the other day. 3 interlocked rings, but no 2 of them are linked. When he's cut, disintegrates. Intriguing, isn't it? My favourite knot. I read somewhere that they were a symbol of love. 2 rings separate, held together by something other. Without it, everything falls apart.
That's a bit sentimental, isn't it? Who came up with that?
Say the recipient of an arts degree.
What did you make of Elizabeth Capstan showing up like that?
Natural concern for her brother-in-law? No, I didn't think so either.
As Adam Capstan's widow, she stands to benefit from the deal with the drug company going through, right?
What, so she bumps off her husband who gets in the way of the deal, who incidentally is also cheating on her?
Sort of 2 for 1?
Yeah, but then why kill him before the deal has gone through? That doesn't make much sense. We just need to work out the twist and writhe, that's all.
Twist and writhe?
Particular set of moves that'll unpick a given knot.
I'm getting bloody sick of that thing.
Hello? Okay, thank you. That was the care home. Dad's taken a fall.
I've got him a newspaper and some magazine about trout fishing.
You just missed the doctor.
I thought you just bruised his hip.
Hey, Dad, it's me. I brought you a few things I thought you might like.
You should stop wasting your time selling dusters and rubber clamps. Get yourself a proper job.
They say he's had a series of mini strokes.
Now, piss off. I want to watch the cricket.
Our forensics back from the scene.
They found mercury from the blast, also sulfur, lime, magnesium.
Almost certainly from the detonator.
That's a lot of chemicals.
Which could have been easily accessed by Kate McMurdoch's boyfriend. Jimon Adamarco, chemistry student.
Claims that he was at a lecture when the second bomb was posted.
Only he wasn't?
I can't find anyone to vouch for him, at least not yet.
What do you know about him?
Foreign student. He lives in New York. Family are originally from Ghana. He is the star of the year. He's already been offered a postgrad research fellowship.
We think he and Kate McMurdoch might be working as a team. She blames David for stealing her research, kills Adam by mistake.
She already knew David's home address, so she was going to kill him. Why would she send the first bomb to the maths department?
Got the Guito phone records here that you asked for. All these are landlines to Deer Marsh Prison.
Why?
Apparently Joyce Guito has been visiting a right-to-lifer there. George Jensen.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah. Last time was 4 days before Adam Capstone died.
What's this Jensen bloke in for?
He sends bombs.
Yes. I went to see Gordon. I'm a prison visitor. It's one of the charities that I support.
She sees a lot of prisoners, so what?
They don't all know how to make bombs.
Gordon Jensen hasn't got any friends or family. He's not a hardened criminal. He's alone and scared. And I visit him because no one else will. Do you honestly think we spend our hour discussing how to make bombs?
Can I ask you where you were around 11:40 the day before yesterday?
Why?
We know what time the second bomb was posted.
You couldn't pin it on me, so now you're having a go with her. Is that how it works, Inspector?
Please just answer the question.
First you lot failed my daughter when she really needed you, and then you go and let a guilty man free, and then stand by while we pay the price.
You're angry. I understand.
All you've got is supposition and coincidence. Now, you tell me, what gives you the right to walk?
You have motive. You sent those letters. You had access to mercury. Your wife knows a convicted bomb maker. So what? I'm sorry, but there's a man dead. There's another man nearly died. So yes, I have the right.
I was at the hospice. You can check. They'll vouch for me.
Thank you.
So I've checked, and the lecture that day only lasted for an hour. Not the whole morning, like you said. Where were you?
I went to go and get something to eat.
From where?
There's cafes around the corner.
Is your family up here?
Yes,
Must be very proud.
I hope so.
How long have you and Kate been together?
2.5 years.
It's very impressive. Most student relationships only last 2.5 months.
Yeah, but not in this case.
Frank!
Don't cry.
I just want this feeling to stop.
It will, love. Soon. I promise.
So sorry.
For everything.
Never think I blame you.
He's asleep. Maybe you should get some too.
No, I'm all right.
Liar.
So what's the plan? Keep him here?
For now. Moving him will only make him more confused. Will you stop by later?
Well, there isn't any point, is there?
I think there is.
He doesn't know who I am.
I wasn't talking about Dad.
He is running out of teeth to lie through. First of all, it was the lecture, then it was the cafe.
He wasn't there either.
Well, for all of about 10 minutes, according to the owner, but not for the hour and a half that he claims.
So what's he hiding?
He's besotted with Kate McMurdoch. He'd do anything for her.
What, they make a bomb?
In a heartbeat, I reckon. She asked him.
Don't forget, these two work in the same department. So does she. Maybe we're looking...
Sorry. I had to go out. Spur of the moment thing. Yeah, let me help. Oh, I thought you were sleeping.
I was.
Massive blast, trauma to the head, I'm afraid. Blew up in his face.
Blew up while he was mating?
Well, no more after the post-mortem, but I'd say so, yes.
Why wasn't I called?
Thought you were with your dad.
I should be here, shouldn't I?
You should be there. We can cover this. Go, hold his hand.
We don't do holding hands.
At least I'm leaving you with an interesting one. Something to keep you busy while I'm gone.
Why? What have you found?
Andrew Dimmock wasn't blown up, at least that's not how he died. When you're killed in an explosion, you get severe pulmonary contusion, bleeding and swelling around the lung. Blast lung, we call it. And if the bomb doesn't kill you outright, the blast lung will finish off the job.
And he doesn't have that.
Plenty of external damage, some penetrating trauma, but no injuries associated with inhalation of any kind. But his hyoid bone was fractured. There may be some bruising which hasn't developed yet. But even so, I'd say Andrew Dimmock was strangled. I've booked a taxi for tomorrow. It's picking me up at 9.
Well, I can take you.
You've got work to do. And I'm not very good at airport goodbyes.
Oh, there must be something I can do.
Sit on my suitcase, help me close it. I'll see you later.
So you've decided not to go?
That's right.
That is your decision.
Come on, then. Spit it out.
I was just wondering why you changed your mind. You know, you were keen and wondering what's happened.
Nothing's happened.
Well, if it isn't something that's already happened, then it's something that you think will happen.
Have you quite finished?
Oh, you're worried that if you go, that Moody will close you down.
Oh, rubbish, man.
Yeah, you'll come back and you won't be a copper anymore, and if you're not a copper, then what would you be?
Shouldn't I be lying on a couch for this sort of guff?
Do you love Laura? Then go. Show her that you love her. Don't assume that she knows. People make that assumption and it's a mistake. Still, your decision.
I've checked Jimon Adamarco's immigration status.
Don't tell me illegal.
No, his visa's fine, but according to border control, Jimon Adamarco isn't even in the country. He flew back to the States 9 months ago.
Bring him in.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I overstepped the mark.
You're overreacting.
I won't let them destroy us.
They can't. I told you we just wait.
We are past that now! We have been for a while. Whoever it was, they almost certainly knew Andrew Dimmock.
Because?
No sign of a break-in at the lab, so either he let them in or...
They had their own key.
Why him?
Sorry?
All these suspects. Why pick Dimmock to frame?
Because it creates a narrative that we'll follow and he comes with a ready-made motive.
So which of them knew that?
Well, Elizabeth Capstan worked in the same lab as him.
You knew Donald Loxton, socially, and by extension Sarah Alderwood.
Kate McMurdoch didn't know him and Jimon Adamarco did.
Sergeant Maddox is picking him up now. See, all along, the killer's been hidden. Everything's happened at arm's length, but yesterday, for the first time, they had to be at the scene to frame Dimmock. They had to show themselves.
Where are you going?
I'm going back. This time, the killer's been forced out of their comfort zone, so maybe this time they've made a mistake.
I'll come with you.
No, I'm fine on my own.
Tell me about Jimon Adamarco.
My name is Joseph Donado. I live in Ghana. When I was a kid, I used to look at photos of Oxford. I know all the names of the colleges and landmarks. After school, I used to work in the evening so I could sit my A-levels. And when I got the grades I needed, when it meant I could come here and apply, someone in the Foreign Office or the Home Office decided that they didn't want a kid from Ghana studying chemistry. Something about all that knowledge being used dangerously, I suppose. So my visa application was refused. Too bad, eh? But I worked too hard to just.
So you impersonated someone else?
My cousin Jimon, he lives in America.
There's no restrictions, see.
He applied instead?
And he came for the interview.
Worked brilliantly.
Until you got offered the post-grad research position.
I needed Jimon to come back so I can extend my visa. That's why I lied about where I was. They will send me back on Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, I expect so.
You know, all I wanted to do was land. That's all I wanted to do. But instead I met... I thought not getting a degree was the worst thing that could happen. I was wrong.
Fresh pair of eyes?
Jimon Adamarco is not the bomber. It's not even Jimon Adamarco. Fake ID for a student visa. Anything?
Right, maybe. These are the forensic reports for the 3 bomb blasts. At David Capston's, there were traces of calcium hydroxide and sulfur, but not the other 2. Why do you think that is?
Maybe the bomber used a different detonator? But I better get Jimon's arrest report written up.
Calcium hydroxide is another name for lime. Sulfur and lime. Sulfur and lime.
Think that's true? Work alone is noble?
Bit outdated, isn't it? Being noble. Not sure I even know what it means anymore.
Yeah, you do. There's nothing here.
Probably not. Sir?
Along with the usual paraphernalia, it's useful to have a mercury spillage kit, which contains sulfur and lime, which reacts with the mercury and stops it rolling about.
Yeah. James, 060302. I know what it means. I know who sent that card to Paula.
Me too.
I told the cab to wait.
What do you think?
Very distinguished.
I've got understated elegance with a hint of boffin.
Bullseye. Oh, I told them it'd be a few minutes.
Mr. Capston.
Can this wait? Announcing the deal with AKGC Pharma this evening.
No, sir, I'd like to do it now, if you'd excuse us.
Got nothing to hide?
Were you in love with Paula Gitto?
Don't be absurd.
Always remember 060302. That's what you wrote to her, isn't it?
Sorry?
632. The link symbol for the Borromean rings, your favourite knot. Also your little in-joke with Paula.
I told you I barely knew her.
2 rings, unconnected, held together with a 3rd.
Without it, everything else falls apart.
You were in love with her.
I think I'd like you to leave.
Just like her parents, you held your brother responsible for her death, and you all wanted revenge.
The difference was, they sent him angry letters, you sent him a bomb.
And your proof? The rings are well known. Anyone could have sent that card.
Who said anything about a card?
Adam wasn't the intended victim. I was. Andrew Dimmock killed the wrong person and tried to put it right. That's what happened.
No, that's what you wanted us to believe. After all, how could you be the murderer if you were also the intended victim?
I'm sure you intended to set off the second bomb here once you're at a safe distance. Then you heard we wanted to talk to you. So you waited till we arrived and used us as witnesses.
You promised to pay off Andrew Dimmock's gambling debts if he procured the mercury for you. And then later, the sulphur and the lime needed to clean up after one of your spillages.
The more desperate he became, the more of a danger he posed. He was a loose cannon. You had to shut him down.
So you gave us the murderer killed by his own bomb.
Except he wasn't, was he? You strangled him, and then tried to frame him.
David, tell me they're wrong. Adam always said he used to bear grudges. Even as a kid. Store it up, let it fester.
That's nonsense.
What's the matter? Didn't like baby brother being cleverer?
No.
Better looking, more successful?
Oh, you think I was jealous?
Then why?
Because of Paula! I thought, finally, someone I could share a life with, something good that was mine. But Adam couldn't. He had to spoil that, too. Told her about the gambling, made it seem grubby, like I had a problem. Tried to speak to Paula after that, but she wouldn't listen to me. She was so ashamed, and then He broke the only thing that mattered to me because he could. My brother. What am I going to do without him?
Still be here when you get back.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Got something for you. What do you think?
Thank you. It's perfect. The dodo?
Famous Oxford icon. And a bird that I can relate to.
Except you're not extinct.
Well, let's hope that's still the case when I get back. From New Zealand. Where I will have been. With you. If that's okay. I think I've been a bit of a fool. Well, actually I've been a lot of a fool. I'm really sorry. I'll make it up to you, I promise. And I won't forget.
Yeah, you will. But I'll remind you.
Robbie, do you mob happy?
Something like that, sir.
You know, I would never have caught that knock clue. You did.
Sir.
Have a safe trip. See the sights, recharge your batteries. I need you match fit. You ever want to come back?
Thank you, Joe. Came to say goodbye.
Oh, it's not going to be the same without you.
You fancy a drink?
Oh, I can't. I've got a girls' night. We're celebrating. Tony's decided to take the job for another year, so, yeah, it's good news.
And you're happy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's brilliant.
But is James around? I'll say cheerio.
No, he's gone for the night.
No, not to worry.
Give him a call.
Nah, it's not important.
Oh, don't forget about us.
For Christ plays in 10,000 places, lovely in limbs and lovely in eyes not his, to the Father through the features of men's faces.
taxi should have been here by now. Thought they were reliable.
They are.
I'm going to get something to read. For talking him round.
Long flight.
Nearly 24 hours.
Worth it, though.
Have to get there first.
You'll be missed.
Better be.
Have fun, you deserve it.
So do you.
You have to get there first.
Okay?